Well, why don't I go ahead and get started? And since it's just us, feel free to stop me at any point. I have some information to share, maybe some stuff you don't know, but it should be interesting. So, the big thing that we're going to talk about is leads. And AI is a great tool, and a lot of people are starting to figure out how to use it. There's a lot of people also that don't want to wait to talk to a human. They'd rather talk to AI first if they can get an answer right away, as opposed to waiting 8 hours to talk to a human. And so we have a lot of customers that are leveraging AI in a variety of different ways. We've set up AI receptionists. We've also have created AI outreach via email that's hyper personalized, and a lot of people really love that. And when I ask people, are you losing leads? A lot of people don't know. They don't know. They're not properly tracking their pipeline. They don't have the statistics to back it up, and they're unsure. I just pulled this benchmark study this morning, and it's kind of fascinating. The top 10 sales reps drive 65% of all revenue. Um, Top 10 sales reps drive 65% of all revenue. What are the other 90% doing? Also, we're seeing that companies that use AI assisted selling, they can close deals much faster, 20% faster. Because again, people don't want to wait to talk to a human. And sellers, they don't always follow all of the steps. I think we know that, sellers like to, well, if there's any sellers on the phone or listening in, please forgive me. But salespeople don't sometimes follow process very well. And so,
Facts.
yes,
Facts, Nicholas, facts.
it
Hi,
is a fact.
Joel. Where's Joel calling from? I'm just curious.
Joel's out by you.
Joel, I'm in Los
No.
Angeles. Where are you?
Oh yeah, San Francisco.
Nice.
Yeah.
By my favorite climbing spots.
Oh, climber. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just talking about the Pareto principle of the 80% of the revenue is done by the 20% of the reps.
Yeah, yeah,
It's 90/10.
yeah. It's crazy. Joel is our fractional CMO with First Contact, and so thanks, Joel, for joining us today.
I love it.
Yeah. Um, the other thing is if we can get sellers to actually complete their sales tasks, we can see a huge boost in revenue. This is all revenue operations as well. I also looked up some key questions that a lot of people don't ask themselves. They don't stop and think about the people, the process, and the technology. They tend to just jump to the tech. But the big thing with AI is it can help break silos. It can help bring people together. It can do multiple things at the same time so that you're providing a variety of services to your customers instead of saying, "Oh, you got to wait to talk to Susie, she's in billing. Oh, you got to wait to talk to John, he's in shipping." We can tie all that in and train it from the different departments. And it also is really good for tracking any type of milestones. So if we're talking revenue operations, milestones are really key. Um, and plus, all these different diverse revenue streams and opportunities. How does your AI plan allow for all of that? And is it focused on one team? And can AI functionalities translate easily into all these different areas? And also make sure that you understand your customer journey. A lot of our clients, when they come to us, they don't know their customer journey. They don't know where they've been, what they've done. And how can you properly market to them or help them if you don't know what their experience has been? And so that's another question. Besides, are you losing leads? Can you see your customer journey? And again, people they can't. In our system, everything is right on the contact record. So we can see right away when forms are submitted, pages are visited. We also have trigger links. So we know exactly what customers are doing and what they're doing and when they're doing it, which is vital. And then we also use AI lead scoring and engagement scoring. And so whenever customers do certain activities, we assign them a certain number of points so that we end up marketing to people that love us. They're already opening our emails. Maybe they've scheduled a demo. And it also goes in reverse. If they do something that is more negative, like turn on do not disturb, we take away points. Or maybe their last bill, their credit card was declined, we'll take away points. So we stay focused on marketing to the right people at the right time. And the other big key here is follow up. I don't know how many times I've seen leads come in and salespeople forget to follow up. They go stale. We don't want any of that to happen. We want to follow up right away. But I'm one person. We have Jay on our team who's a salesperson. We can't follow up with everybody. So we can leverage inbound and outbound calling with AI to follow up with customers or prospectives right away. And people love that. They feel like they've been heard and they feel like they've received priority service. So really key, especially when you're building a brand. So we have a customer in California, in Los Angeles. So Julie, if you have a pool, we highly recommend Better Buy Pool Supply. Give them a call. And they came to us through Joel, and they needed an AI receptionist. The owner of the company drives around all day long. He doesn't have time to answer the phone. What he wants is he just wants to look at his calendar, know his next appointment. There should be about an hour, hour and a half between each one, and he can go and see his clients. And so we have Betty at Better Buy Pools. And I have a little demo of Betty. And here she is. Now, hopefully everybody can hear this. I did share the sound, but here's Betty on a call that I made with her this morning.
Hey, this is Betty with Better Buy Pool Supply. How can I help you today?
Hey, Betty. Yeah, I need to schedule a pool cleaning.
Got it. Are you a current customer, or is this your first time reaching out to us?
I am a new customer.
Welcome. Let's get started. Can I have your first name, please?
Yeah, my first name is Nick.
Thanks, Nick. And your last name?
Last name is Rustad, R-U-S-T-A-D.
Got it, Nick Rustad. What's the best phone number to reach you?
You can get me at 952-452-1306.
Hey, thanks. And could you share your email address so we can send you the appointment details?
Yeah, it's ntrmpls@gmail.com.
Thanks, Nick. So that's ntrmpls@gmail.com, correct?
That's correct.
Perfect.
What?
Now, could you provide the full service address where the pool is
I
located?
don't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's at 121 South Hope Street,
Los
Los Angeles, California, 90012.
Thanks, Nick. I've got your address as 121 South Hope Street, Los Angeles, California, 90012. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Great. What specific pool cleaning service or issue would you like us to address?
Well, when I got up this morning and went and looked at the pool, it's completely green and filled with algae, and it smells really bad.
Got it, Nick. We'll address the algae issue and the odor. Let me check the available appointment slots for you. One moment. Here are the available slots. On Friday, January 30th at 9:30 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. On
I'll
Saturday,
take your first one.
You're all set, Nick. Your appointment is confirmed for Friday, January 30th at 9:30 a.m. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, do you know any good jokes?
Of course. Here's one for you. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Anything else I can help with?
No, that's it. Thank you, Betty. You've been really helpful.
You're very welcome, Nick. Thanks for calling Better Buy Pool Supply. Have a great day.
So when Joel and I were working on getting this set up, we tested and tested and tested, and we wanted to make sure it was as natural and as human as we possibly could get it. And the big thing with AI that a lot of people don't understand, of course, everybody just thinks turn it on and it will work. Plug in the TV and it should turn on. That we're kind of have that mentality. But with AI, it's a child. When you first start working with it, you have to train it. We have to give it a knowledge base. We have to give it an FAQ. We have to constantly test it, give it thumbs up, thumbs down, tell it what it did wrong. And then over time, I think it took several weeks. We tested and tested and tested because we weren't working on this full time, but it ended up turning out pretty well. And her voice is pretty realistic. I don't know, Julie, could you hear her?
Well, first, I didn't tell you that I started my career in mission critical call centers for brands like Walmart, not Walmart, Walgreens, Marriott, U.S. Marshals.
Yeah,
So this is technology I've been working on for a really long time.
cool.
And if you guys gave me that clip, I'd probably sell the crap out of your product if that's what I was looking for. What
Hmm.
does Ron do? Hi, Ron. Are you from the team here, or are you like me, a prospect?
Ron is a current customer,
Oh, nice.
and I
Wow.
just, hey, Ron.
Yeah, I know Nick from way back.
Yeah, we go way back to 2025.
Yeah.
So, Ron runs a very specialized company out on the East Coast and has market share because there's not a lot of other companies that do it. His company has created a testing process, test strips that test automotive fluids, and he's working with clients. Are you working with clients around the globe, Ron, or are you pretty much
Around the
focused?
globe. Yep.
Yeah. So we're starting to work on, helping Ron with some more kind of outreach, connecting with current customers, kind of keeping everybody more warm than cold. And so we're also going to be talking about, we have an auto AI prospecting tool that will go find businesses that you're looking for. It automatically sends them messages and adds them right into the CRM. Plus, it sends them a free marketing report as a good reciprocity influencing tactic.
Impressive.
It's pretty cool stuff. Um, we have dashboards, of course, so we keep track of everything that's going on. We want to know, the total duration of calls. We want to see what's happening, and we're also looking for patterns. Are there more calls happening at certain times of the day? We can also set up a number that is in a pool, a phone number in a pool, so we could have multiple AI agents answering at different times. Maybe we discover that at 8 a.m., customers are really impatient. We can tune the AI at 8 a.m. to be a little bit faster. Maybe we see that at 9 o'clock at night, people are a little bit tired, they're sluggish, they just want to get through the day. Maybe we'll tweak it to have less words. That's usually what I want at the end of the day, less words, and maybe be a little bit slower. So a lot of really cool stuff we can do with AI receptionists. And this is better by pool, and I got this text message in the upper right corner, and I also have it on my phone, and then it sent me automatically an invite to a meeting. So I can go in, and I can also have the ability to reschedule that appointment if so needed. The owner of the company then gets the address where they're going to go to, and they can also quickly call. We give him the phone number so that others can he can quickly call folks and talk to him and get an estimate, or maybe go check and see what the algae issue is. So first contact, this is not a big sales pitch. I have like one slide. We're an all-in-one AI-powered CRM, and we are a little bit more than that. We also do things like scheduling. We have free web hosting. You can have as many funnels and do A/B testing and websites and webinars and stores as you want. Can manage with full e-commerce platform as well. Unlimited contacts and users can jump in. And I found the system back in mid 2025, and I purchased it and then white labeled it, and I'm reselling it. And I was able to put my business on the platform and save about $600 a month in subscription costs alone. I had all these different subscriptions, and they weren't talking to each other. I couldn't really use the knowledge. I couldn't see my customer journey. And so once I got everything on the platform, I have a much better control of my business. I also am only in one tool all day long. I'm not switching between 10 different tools.
Would you say this is more inbound or outbound?
It's both. It's both. It can do, we can send up to 500,000 emails per day.
Wait, how many?
500,000 emails per day.
Nobody's got a database of 500,000. Come on.
I know, but it has that capability. And on the back end, we use Mailgun to make sure that it goes out. We set up subdomains so you don't get blacklisted. We also can give you a dedicated IP address. And it also has inbound and outbound calling. Now, the outbound calling, we haven't turned that on yet, and I'm being very careful about that because there's some new FTC regulations. And if you're calling people or trying to market to people that maybe did not opt in a certain way, or maybe you found information that's not publicly accessible, you could get in trouble. So we're keeping an eye on that.
So you're not the only all-in-one tool I'm looking at, just so you know. I want to be transparent. So I'm going to ask you the questions I asked the other vendor that we're talking to.
Yeah.
What most people don't understand is the silo issue with AI. You guys clearly get it. So who usually feels the pain first here? The seller, the manager, or RevOps?
Tell me more about the pain. What are you talking about specifically?
What pain are you solving that's so immediate? Is it going to go to your buyer? Is it going to be the revenue operations? Is it your chief revenue officer? Whose pain are you solving?
That is a great question.
Anything that you want to pass on and get back to me? I know that you
Yeah.
have your conversational intelligence handling business, which leads to our next question. So you're offering conversational intelligence within this subscription, yes?
Yep.
And
exactly.
so I see that there are, let's see, we've got a Fireflies and some coax, something or other. Oh, who's Bill North?
It's another
Notice that person.
folks that some new folks that joined us. Hi, Bill.
Hello.
I don't want to dominate the conversation if Bill has some questions he wants to ask.
Bill, where are you from?
I live in Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay. Welcome.
And I was just interested in seeing your presentation here today.
Good. Well, welcome. And if you have any questions, this is kind of casual. Feel free to jump in. We also have Joel from Coax Consulting. He is our fractional CMO. He is much more intelligent and much more experienced at marketing than I am. I'm more of the tech person. That's kind of where I shine. So
I will say, Julie, just to kind of answer your question, which pain is this solving first? Who's going to benefit most? I would say this is more a front to back operation than a back to front. So in the sales process, you have suspects, prospects, marketing qualified, sales qualified, conversion actions, right? And then you have nurture and long-term relationship building. So once it becomes a sale, right, then that goes into your operation as to how you interact with customers. Now, because of the email feature and the outreach features and all of that, you can manage your customer interactions and do your invoicing within the platform. However, if you have an enterprise system, and I have about 30 clients on the platform, so we have total mix match of all kinds of relationships between enterprise and marketing.
Wow,
So
that's great information. You know what I want to say? Bill, did you get to catch Betty, their receptionist demo? Did Bill say no?
I don't know if Bill saw Betty, but Bill, I'll stay with me towards the end and I'll replay Betty for you. It's a kind of a sample AI receptionist that's out in California helping a company called Better Buy Pools. And Joel and I worked on getting this deployed so that the owner can drive around and go to appointments and not have to answer the phone all day long. And it's been very beneficial.
You know what, Nick? I'm totally okay if you play it again. And the reason you guys are actually now moving to the next step of our vendor assessment is because of that demo. So if Bill is as busy as me, he definitely wants to see that. You want to see it, Bill?
I bet he does.
It's very impressive.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Okay.
Hey, this is Betty with Better Buy Pool Supply. How can I help you today?
Hey, Betty. Yeah, I need to schedule a pool cleaning.
Got it. Are you a current customer or is this your first time reaching out to us?
I am a new customer.
Welcome. Let's get started. Can I have your first name, please?
Yeah, my first name is Nick.
Thanks, Nick. And your last name?
Last name is Rustad, R-U-S-T-A-D.
Got it, Nick Rustad. What's the best phone number to reach you?
You can get me at 952-452-1306.
Hey, thanks. And could you share your email address so we can send you the appointment details?
Yeah, it's ntrmpls@gmail.com.
Thanks, Nick. So that's ntrmpls@gmail.com, correct?
That's correct.
Perfect. Now, could you provide the full service address where the pool is located?
Yeah, it's at 121 South Hope Street, Los Angeles, California, 90012.
Thanks, Nick. I've got your address as 121 South Hope Street, Los Angeles, California, 90012. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Great. What specific pool cleaning service or issue would you like us to address?
Well, when I got up this morning and went and looked at the pool, it's completely green and filled with algae, and it smells really bad.
Got it, Nick. We'll address the algae issue and the odor. Let me check the available appointment slots for you. One moment. Here are the available slots. On Friday, January 30th at 9:30 a.m. or 12:30 p.m. On
I'll
Saturday,
take your first one.
You're all set, Nick. Your appointment is confirmed for Friday, January 30th at 9:30 a.m. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yeah, do you know any good jokes?
Of course. Here's one for you. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Anything else I can help with?
No, that's it. Thank you, Betty. You've been really helpful.
You're very welcome, Nick. Thanks for calling Better Buy Pool Supply. Have a great day.
So clearly I need to update my my subtitles there. I just did it this morning and I didn't check it. But
Nobody cares, Nick. Nobody who has a business gives a damn about that.
okay, good. Okay, good. I love the jokes. I gotta program some other jokes because I've heard her say that one before. But I don't know. What'd you think, Bill?
I think it looks great. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a real bad echo here on um, my feed, so I'm trying to adjust that.
Okay. Yeah, we don't hear an echo, so that's good. Cool. I hope you can get that sorted. Wanted to share a little bit about our team. So I was in IT for 25 years, corporate IT. I started actually at the Pillsbury company on a help desk and grew my career to an IT director role and spent a lot of time at Accenture and some other large organizations. Towards the end of my career, I consulted with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, General Mills, Boston Scientific, and I was focused on cloud computing and Azure deployment. Our chief operating officer is Travis, very highly detailed and experienced in customer service. Travis does a lot of the presentation work and makes sure that we're operating effectively. And Joel, I've introduced already, our fractional CMO. Joel, do you want to share a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I mean, I come out of the incentive industry working with consumer behavior and employee behavior and how it affects bottom line profits. And so bringing that from the corporate world to the medium to small business as well as regional companies, franchise operations, and being able to offer intelligence as to how to drive growth with informed marketing and messaging, and now translating that into actual message distribution through online, offline advertising as well, and showing attribution, right? So the biggest thing that we try to drive is not just a return on investment, but data that shows where traffic is coming from and how it affects the customer journey. And so that's kind of been my passion, and that's one of the nice things that this system does for us and for our clients, is to be able to just kind of enhance those touch points so that there's less friction between that first contact and the conversion action.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for the little plug on first contact there. You slipped
Is
that
this
right
a
in.
30-minute or a 60-minute?
It's 60. I have
Excellent.
one other little demo that we're going to go through too. I'm going to show you a workflow that does cold outreach. Raymond is not here with us today, but he's handling a lot of the web design, web hosting. He is an expert at web design. I have just been super impressed with the work that he's done. So we refer him to our customers. John is an old friend of mine. He helps us on the legal side. And Jay just joined us. Jay is going to be doing a lot of outreach with customers that like us because we know that they have points because they've been opening emails and then booking demos. And so Jay comes with a huge wealth of sales experience, and he is hilarious. He's also a skateboarder, and I think he might be in his 60s, but I don't want to confirm that or not. And then two of my really, really close friends, David Pink, who was a former IBMer, Ameriprise. Him and I were executive directors together at Proficient for quite a while. Steve Thompson is a Bloom Growth coach. It's kind of an exclusive business coaching platform, and he flies all over the country, meets with executives that pay him a lot of money to fix their communications and how they're operating. I did allude to this earlier. We really care about people, process, and technology. And this comes from my consulting days. If I hear a customer say, oh, just turn it on, I know instantly they're going to fail. They're not thinking about the training that's required, the requirements. They're not thinking about the processes that they have in place and how they need to change. And as AI is coming into this realm, we're starting to see that again. Oh, just turn it on. It'll work. And like I said earlier, AI is a child. It has to be trained. It's not a just quick turn it on. If you were to go out to ChatGPT and type in, build me a presentation to sell my lemonade, it's probably going to get it really wrong. So we want to make sure that we're training, we're teaching. And like I had just said, training is really huge. How do we collaborate? How do we improve? How do we also incorporate the process, fix the process? The other thing with technology, if we have to do a ton of integrations and extra code, I call that surround code on the outside, that stuff tends to break. And so that's why I really love an all-in-one solution. You don't have to have all these little hooks and plugs and stuff in it. So when there's an upgrade, things break. But this platform also integrates with 7,000 other systems. It works really well with Make.com and Zapier. The next
Does it
thing,
do N8N?
What is that?
N8N.
N8N.
It's cheaper Zapier.
Oh, thank you for telling me. I will look into that. The underlying technology, if you're out on Zapier or Make, it's called Lead Connector. That's also the name of the mobile app that you put on your phone, which is free. We're working on a white labeled mobile app, and I'm really excited about that, but we're about maybe a month away from launching it. The next thing I'm going to talk about is cold outreach. And who loves to make, cold outreach phone calls? I know I just cannot wait to get up in the morning to do it. So I thought about this and I thought, we need a workflow that does this for us. So when prospects come in, the workflow is triggered. We also kind of before that trigger, we enrich the contact record. So I send all of our new contacts through different systems like Drop Contact, Hunter.io, Apollo, and pull in maybe some of their LinkedIn information so that we can do hyper personalization. We really want to connect with them. We don't want to just blast some generic look at them, right? The AI is going to remember. It's learning and remembering as it's going. It's looking at the contact record and applying some personalization. And then it will wait. And it's going to wait for a reply and then look at the intent. When the person replies, did they say bugger off? Well, that's negative. It's going to do something different than maybe sending a reply back. Or if it's positive, tell me more. It can also answer the question. It'll probably give some more information with some links to our website. Can also help them schedule a demo. And I will help anybody that signs up for the platform today. We have a 14-day free trial going on. I will build this workflow in your system for you at no cost. And here's kind of how I do it. I like to share this with everybody because it's powerful and I think everyone can use it. We create 4 custom fields in the back end, and we want to capture, the last phone call they had with us or the last chat. So there's some more history there. We're going to be building the subject line and the body of an email. So I like to store that on the contact record. And again, we enrich, so we want to bring in that personalized data. We also have tags in the system. So we can tag a contact that they've started cold outreach and that they've finished it. Or maybe just kick it off, start the cold outreach and I can kick it off manually, or have them go in when they're first created. The other thing is we look for those tags because we don't want to push them back through again. We'll send them into a longer term nurture campaign. And this is what one of the workflows looks like. It's very similar to a lot of other tools that do like Zapier and probably N8N. The first part up at the top are the triggers. So what is going to trigger and kick off the workflow? And then below that are the actions that we're going to impose on whatever it is. And we can do conditions and if statements and integrate with, if you want to save data down to a Google Sheet, we can even do that. And this is that intent that I spoke about. The AI can actually figure out, is the customer happy or not so happy? So if they're happy, we'll do another kind of enrichment message. If they're unhappy, we'll immediately turn on Do Not Disturb and get them out of the system. We don't want people that don't like us in the system. We want people that love us in the system. If it can't tell the intent, we'll send something back to them that's maybe not super exciting or just kind of like, okay, well, I'm glad you're doing well. And, would you like to schedule a demo? Something like that. Okay. There we go. So this is the system. This is what it looks like. Very standard. HubSpot's the same way. I'm sure Salesforce too. Got your menu on the left, and then there's menus across the top. So it's usually left side, top. We're in the automations, and I've been trying lately to stay as organized as possible because it's really easy to create a million of these workflows and get lost in them. And so I break them into different categories. There's all the lead generation. So maybe a contact record or a contact us form is filled out. Then there's an opportunities workflow. That's your pipeline. And then we want to nurture and enrich. We want to get customers or prospects to book appointments with us. We also have free online courses that are available in the membership area. And all the education. So once a customer converts, they're on the platform, we want to send them a message once a week and say, hey, did you know you can create an online course? Did you know you can create an online community? Here's the steps so you can do your first email marketing campaign. And then, of course, we have, some administration stuff. If there's any data issues, we can write workflows to keep everything clean. We have a development area, and then our partners. We call them our elite partners. We offer a 50% commission on any sales. And if you're interested, it is elite.firstcontact.ai. And you can come out here and sign up for the program. No cost, but you make money. So, okay, so let's go into lead generation. So I've already pumped through 14,000 prospects through this workflow. So we've been using it for quite a long time. And I'm just going to kind of step through how some of this works, and then I'm actually going to kick off and do a test, and I'll show you what the email looks on the output. So when we put people through it, I do like to wait a second, just in case maybe I forgot. Oh, I got to stop something. I can jump in. And then we're going to do a check to make sure they're not a customer. If they're a customer, we're going to get them out. We don't want to market to our customers. That's just going to tick them off. Recently, I had a client say to me, Nick, I just bought a wallet. And guess what I got in a text 10 minutes later? Buy another wallet. And I think I said, well, you have 2 back pockets. So it irritated him, right? The system didn't know that he had just bought a wallet. This system would, and it wouldn't send him another message. But we tag folks and make sure that they're tagged as a current client. Maybe we update some information, making sure that, we kind of keep track of who's opted in, and then we get them out. Now, if we were to port in like 50,000 contacts or even 1,000 contacts, I want to push people through the workflow in a kind of um, very kind of slow way, because I want the AI to have time to think. If you overload AI, it's going to hallucinate. You will start seeing very strange things. Um, Joel, we've been working on a social media posting tool, and that tool's been hallucinating. The hands are missing, the face is missing, and images. So you have to be careful. I don't know if you played with it recently, Joel. Is it still doing some hallucinating?
Uh, yeah, at times it depends on the LLM that you use.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many different LLMs out there right now that, yeah. So we're working on refining that. We're probably going to have to slow the process down, let it think. We always keep track of our opportunities, and we also assign a value to the opportunity as it comes into the system. So I can look at my pipeline and see I got 2 million in prospects, I got $100,000 in leads, I got 50,000 in hot leads. So it kind of gives me some anticipation of what revenue potential there is in the pipeline. This first step here does the subject line, or no, I think it's the body. Yeah, it's the body, because I want to build the subject off of the body. So you can kind of see my prompt here. I tell it no jargon, no buzzwords. Keep it easy. There needs to be a hook and then some logic. And this took a lot of testing and practice, and so I'd love to be able to give this to you today. It's a really cool prompt. And then the subject line. So then we build the subject line, and we also make sure we update the contact record with all that information. If somebody calls me and says, "Hey, Nick, I got a really weird email from you," I want to be able to see what that is. We drop it into their notes section on their contact record, time date stamps it with a name of who it came from, so I can see exactly what's going on. And I've never had a call like that, so that's good. And again, we do some more updates, and then this is the email. And we can say, who it's coming from. We always BC this mailbox, so I can have like a copy of every message coming out of the platform. I like to just look at that in the morning, make sure I'm not seeing anything strange. And then number 7 here, built the subject. So that's how we put the subject into the email. And then number 3 is what built the body, and we put that down here. And boy, it's going to be a bland email. And why is it bland? Uh, Julie, you probably know, if you send out brand new emails to someone right away and you put lots of colors and videos and graphics in it, it's probably going to go right to spam. So we try to keep it as bland on the very first email. Is that kind of what you've been seeing too, Julie?
That is 100%. When I receive them and send them, I'm super careful. I treat it like I'm reaching out to a venture capital executive, because they don't want a lot of information. It's that 3% of people who are ready to buy. Like, you caught me at the right moment. Otherwise, I would have ignored you.
Mm.
But I didn't even read either of your messages, by the way,
Oh, and you joined. Well, that's wonderful.
because
Yeah.
it's when, you're in the 3% window.
Mm-hmm.
So what you wrote worked.
Oh, good. Good. Joel's team's handling that outreach. So thank you, Joel. His team does a great job.
Thank you. Love it.
Yeah. Then we're going to wait for 5 days.
What did Bill? I want to hear Bill's feedback. Is he back? Yeah, he's under owner.
Not to put Bill on the spot. Do you have any questions?
I'll put him on the spot because I'm a fellow prospect.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It looks like a pretty clean workflow,
Mm-hmm.
very flexible.
Mm-hmm.
So I like what I see so far.
Okay. Good. Think of a business problem. both you, Julie, Bill, think of a business problem that you have, and let me see if I can solve it for you or tell you how I would solve it with this platform.
Brand new team of 9 people doing outreach to generate $2.4 million within 12 months.
Okay. Well, that's a training. It sounds like a training issue. We got to make sure that they're trained up, they're consistent, and then they need to leverage AI on the back end to help with the follow-ups because they're not going to have probably time to do all the follow-ups, is what I'd recommend. And every message that's sent out has to be stored on the contact record, so follow-up is personalized. That's a lot. That's a lot of folks and a lot of work. Is that a real situation?
Yes.
Okay.
After Bill goes, I'll give another one.
Okay.
No, I'm still churning out yours, Julie.
Oh.
That's pretty
Fine.
good.
Let's
Yeah.
go to the next one. We have a organization who has actually 2 different issues, but we'll start with the revenue development one.
Mm-hmm.
They have to target practitioners who are qualified to develop new revenue in certain regions, and that's neurologists, psychologists, child behavior type doctors.
Mm-hmm.
And then their second pain point is they've got a talent development issue. So I feel like if there was a Betty to talk to these people before they go to Glassdoor and give these bad reviews,
Mm-hmm.
some kind of workflow to address that and then have a human get involved before they get a 1-star.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they can't hire anyone because their Glassdoor rating is impacted.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens all the time. I've seen companies, also some companies that have toxic work environments. They, their people leave all the time, and they give them bad reviews, and then the company has to have everybody inside the company write a review to counteract it. But you're right. If we can reach out earlier and have a personalized, conversation with folks and listen, that's what most folks want. They just want you to listen. They want to be heard, right? Okay, interesting. I'm going to show you that AI prospecting tool that we have on the back end here where it'll go find companies and create marketing reports for them automatically as soon as we're done with this one. But here's the intent workflow. I also like to get notifications, sends me a little notification. If it's a positive reply, kind of want to see it. I like to kind of be connected with everything that's going on in the platform. And then it's going to send another follow-up message, based on their reply, answer any questions. And there's a huge prompt here that we write. And then we tag, and then we send them to a longer term drip sequence. And then this is the negative, get me off your list. Okay, take them off. We don't even reply back. We don't want to bug them. And then if it's neutral, we send them through a different path. If they don't open the email or the delay has happened, we'll send them a second email, and it's usually something similar, or we'll send with a different subject but the same message in the body, and then add them to a workflow. Let me trigger this here. Joel, I'm going to trigger it on you, and I'm going to trigger it on me. And if I can find me. Got a lot of nicks lately. Let's see. We'll do this one. We'll do that one. Okay, and we'll see what we get. So I just kicked off the workflow, and I have re-entry turned on. So if somebody comes through once, if we turn that off, they won't come through again. This is real important. We want to send in the contacts time zone. So if they're in Taipei, we don't want to wake them up in the middle of the night because their phone might beep when they get an email. That's just going to tick them off. The other thing that we do is we kind of make sure we're staying within the business window. We try to avoid weekends, Mondays and Fridays. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays is usually when we get more response from folks. And then who it's coming from, and then any texting, we can set up multiple phone numbers to text from. And then I'll show you the enrollment here. So this is as records come through, we can kind of see, oh, these 3 are waiting right now. They're waiting for a reply. Some of these folks have already gone through and finished, and these have already, oh, we got removed. Guess why we got removed? We're customers. So let me turn that little thing off. It's good to know that works. Let's see. I'm just going to say intern.
This doesn't feel customer. What am I trying to say? I've got a spectrum of customers from the DIY, like they're very competent and
Mm-hmm.
bleeding edge, all the way to, my God, if this was sold, it would be turnkey managed because they could never do this.
Oh, they could. So you feel like it's there. It's really has. It's easy to use. The interface is easy to use.
I'm saying that every clients are like snowflakes. Some can
Mm.
run with this technology and some cannot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've worked with Bill in the past. Bill, do you come from the call center or communications, like the network layer?
I do not. I'm in the ERP business, actually.
Mm.
Oh,
The big behemoth ERP that large companies use, like Cargill and 3M.
Yeah, I'm in a smaller part of that.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I work with manufacturing primarily. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. One's coming through. It's processing. Okay, and then the execution logs can tell us step by step what actually is happening. Okay, added it, sent an email, added a note, step by step, and then we can view some details to kind of see what's going on. There's also a full audit log in the background. So if anything strange happens, we can come in and troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. Let me go into my email here. And I'm just going to slide that over there. And let's see here.
well, Nick is doing that. Bill, we're looking at how we're going to be attaching ERP to these more automated workflows setups because right now it's Frankenstein. Everything is not communicating unless there's an API.
Mm,
And Nick was talking about how that impacts people's workflows, which everybody knows that if
mm-hmm.
stuff is not connected, oh,
Yeah.
you've got your stuff on the screen. I'll stop talking. But
No.
Bill,
Yeah.
would be nice to network with you on LinkedIn or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
let
Everybody.
me. I think I'll get you up on my screen here and just go ahead and send you a connection, Julie.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So here's the message it sent. How confident are you that every inbound lead at your company is followed up consistently? What have I been talking about for the last hour? Um, so that's kind of the hook message. Joel, I might need to work with you to refine the hook a little bit, but it explains kind of like what the system is, why I'm reaching out, and let's have a quick conversation. I like to make these messages short and sweet. If I don't know if you're like me, but if you get like a 2 paragraph email, that's brain damage to me. I can't read that. And so I like to keep these really short and sweet and see if we can help somebody out. Um, but that's one of the messages that came out instantly. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like you. If I see too much information, if I'm depending on where I'm at, I
Mhm.
might give feedback and say, that's too long and I didn't read it.
Yeah.
And often I'll just ignore it because I feel like silence is a very good grade for someone to know whether their outreach is trash
Hmm.
or not.
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, and we're keeping track of when this person opened this email. The system can keep track of all of that data. So if we're doing, let's say we're going to do another kind of marketing campaign here, there's a feature in here called Smart Send. And let me just do a clone of one of my previous messages. So let's say we draft up a really nice email, we send it out, but I want to know when is the best time to send this email. So when I go to schedule, we have a smart send option. And this uses all the data in the system. It looks at all the people that we're going to send to. So we need to pick I just picked all of our contacts. We got 10,000 in the system. It's then going to tell us, let's say I want to send it on Thursday. It's going to analyze when people read messages, and it's telling me that Thursday at 6 a.m. is the best time to send this email because people are probably opening it around 6:30. So it gets to the top of the pile right away. Now I want to show you this. We got 6 minutes left. I want to show you this prospecting tool because Ron, you're also interested in this. So I want to hit on it. Prospecting is a pain. It's a pain, and I hate it because I just sometimes don't know who I'm going after, and I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of different people, and there's no like process. I can't measure what the result is. So this tool uses AI to reach out to potential businesses in a certain area of a certain niche, and it creates a marketing report for them. And you can have all sorts of different agents running. This one's reaching out. I'm in Minnesota, the Twin Cities businesses around me. And what I do in my messaging, then it's like, hey, neighbor, I just live over on off of Highway 7 in Shady Oak. I'd love to chat with you sometime. I put together this marketing report for you. I hope you enjoy it. No obligation. Take care. I just kind of send that out into the ether and I'll get some responses back. And each agent I can run at different times. I can tell it kind of how far and wide. And maybe I just want to try to get people with a Google business profile that has only like 1 star kind of reviews out there. It also can figure out the conversion rate. And I'm not quite sure how it does it, but it's monitoring companies, and I think it's checking to see if their website's changing frequently. Are they deploying new technology? Or maybe a chatbot just got deployed? Then it's going to think, okay, they might be interested in making some changes. And then let me show you one of these reports. And so this gives me a great indicator of kind of where they're at. Now, this company, I'm going to call this company this afternoon and be like, hey, your website is not optimized for search engine optimization. Your SEO is non-existent. You also have some issues with online rep. Let's help you with that. We have a reputation component in the platform. It uses AI to respond to reviews as they come in. And we can also keep track of everything that's happening with our reputation. And so we try to help as much as we can in that regards. Let me go back to there. Let me pull that report back up. And this is an add-on. It's $59 a month. You can have unlimited messaging going out. And the ROI is huge. It's unbelievable. I've gotten a lot of customers this way. Oh, couldn't find any web hosting. Who knows where their site is? They don't have a chat bot. Let's see here. They're not using Tag Manager, so they're not even, probably don't even know who's coming to their website, when, how, why. So they got some problems. And then we can share the report with them. It's going to send a nice little email with a link right to download it. And then, hey, if you want to chat, let me know. I'm here. But that is all built into the system. And then as they come in, they get dropped right into our contact area. And then if I want to do other marketing with them, I can. So we've talked about AI in terms of selling, marketing. We have listened to Betty at Better Buy Pools. We've gone through and looked at automations. We've also looked at AI prospecting, cold outreach. And if anybody's interested, you can go to trial.firstcontact.ai and you can sign up for a 14-day free trial. We're also offering for a limited time on our Pro plan we're adding in a free Google Workspace account for you. So that can be all the email. It comes with Gemini, and you get a free outreach workflow. But even if you sign up for Starter today, I'll throw that in for free too, the outreach workflow. What questions do folks have?
How long does onboarding take?
It depends on how much data you have. We do personalized white glove onboarding with you. We initially schedule a 2-hour meeting, and I'll give you a list of everything you need prep beforehand. Like what custom fields do you want? Do you have your data in a CSV or an Excel file for leads or contact records? Give me some ideas of kind of what you want set up in the system, and we'll do training, and then I'll also do a follow-up 1-hour training maybe the next week. And it's a new feature that we rolled out. There's a launch pad, and it walks you through step by step everything you can do in the system. I'll click this. It's going to start a video here. So
in this video, I'll show you how to add your first contact effortlessly and begin building meaningful engagement right away. To get started, navigate to
so it instantly kind of goes through and trains you on each topic, and then it takes you right into that area so that you can practice or get used to what Bird's doing. But there's these short little videos on absolutely everything. So onboarding is pretty easy. That's a great question.
Okay, I'm going to send some follow-up messages, and I dropped a note in the chat for something else that is for you, Nick. So
Okay.
it was nice meeting everyone, and I'll shoot you an email, Nick.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Ron.
Really appreciate
Bill,
it, guys.
Yeah.
everybody.
Great job, Nick. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming today. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks, guys.